Hello friends, my name is Shilpa Kakkar. I am from MB Patel English Medium Secondary and Higher Secondary School. Today we will be continuing with chapter number 3 of History of 11th Standard. The name of the chapter is Vedic Religion and Culture. Today we are going to discuss about the state organization. The state organization was mobile and political organization was also mobile. As you all know that those were the herdsmen and they were always moving in search of the pasture with their animals. So they keep on changing their areas in search of fodder. And the reason for being mobile was the same. As they had a mobile social system, so does they had a political system also which was mobile. But their organization was very systematic. It was divided into two, Sabha and Samiti. Sabha means Rajya Sabha. It was working like Rajya Sabha of today, and Samiti was working like Lok Sabha of today. Samiti used to elect the members, and especially they were electing the kings. So it was not hereditary at that time. It was based on the elections. The entire group was taking part was participating in the election of the king. In Sabha and Samiti, discussions were held on planning of wars, distribution of things, social, religious, and justice. They included all the matter in the discussion of the state. They had also given the specific ministers for that. As we have cabinet minister, they too had the ministers like Senani, Kulak, Brahmini, and these people were shouldered with the responsibilities of their state. They were even paying the tax. They were collecting the tax in order to run the state and to bear the expenses, which was considered as bali. You all know the meaning of bali. Bali means to donate, to give up. So they had the system of paying the taxes. Their economic condition was also different. As they were herdsmen, they were having the importance of cow, and that is why we have seen that these they had many words starting with the name of the cow. Actually, the word cow in Hindi it is called as go. Go is the meaning of cow. So they used to call it Gomata, Govation, Kamda. These are the things which were related to the cow, and that is why they were giving more importance to cows. They were not much agricultural oriented because they were busy with their animals. They were rearing animals, and they were giving importance to animals only. So agriculture was not there. They were not agricultural oriented people. As they were wanderers, so they cannot afford to be the people. But this we can see in the post-Vedic era. We have seen that they have settled down in post-Vedic period, and they gave importance to agriculture also. Not only that, they were also giving importance. We have seen the changes during the post-Vedic period. Previously, there were no Varna system, but now they have started with the Varna system. Varna system, that is, the society was divided into 4 parts. That is, Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Shudras. First two Varnas, that is Brahmins and Kshatriyas, possessed the privileges, and they had the control over the other two Varnas of the society, that is the Vaishyas and the Shudras. They were engaged in the production work. However, their social status was low. The modern historians connect it to the events of the discovery of iron in India also, and subsequently economic system and the social system. After that, the Gurukul ashram going of the student also started. That is, the education system started. We have seen the traces of that. So, Gurukul system started. People were sending their children to Gurukul, that is to the Guru's place, to the teacher's place. Today we call it as hostels, but they were known as Gurukuls during that time. They were sending their children to Guru's place for education. After being settled down, after settling down to the places, we can see that they have started giving importance to agriculture also. We have seen Atharva Veda has talked about the acceptance of non-Aryans also. Atharva Veda shows the integration of the Aryans and the non-Aryans culture. Initially, Aryans had conflict with non-Aryans, but some of the rituals of the Aryans were adopted by the non-Aryans, and many cultural values of the non-Aryans were accepted by the Aryans. The mention of superstitions, magic, Vedic Shastra, medicines, all these things are there in Atharva Veda, which indicates that the Aryans had accepted the customs of non-Aryans. Importance of gods changed. There came new gods. Instead of Indra, Varun, we have Brahma, Vishnu and Mahesh. We have come to know about these gods and the importance of the state also. In the initial state, 16 Mahajan Pads were there, and that became the major states of India. Later on, they were united and decreased to 14 bigger and stronger states. We have seen the changes during this period, and that is why this is considered to be the first part of the Vedic and culture religion. Here we end with this chapter. For better understanding, read the chapter and clarify everything. Thank you.